Hey guys, and welcome back to Okami. We're still here in the frozen north, so Richie, why don't you tell our lovely audience what we'll be dealing with today?
So today we are finally heading to Yoshpet.
Yosh.
And yes, there's a little something to do with Yoshpet that I've said to Tom, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what he's going to say.
Mm-hmm.
He said, what the hell are you talking about? But I said that I will laugh if he says what I believe he's going to say. So I've got a little bet with myself that I know what's coming, but we shall see.
You're a bit of a weirdo. Oh my god!
That's not what I was talking about.
I was gonna say, that's a bit obvious.
Yes, this I believe is I think he's called a bull charger?
Yeah.
I'm just going to double check that one. Yeah, so basically he's exactly the same as the ogres that we have fought, but they are a bit of an absolute blighter. But what's quite fun is that the bull charger is based on the twin beasts that guard the gates of hell.
Ah, okay.
In Chinese mythology. Basically, you have ox head and horse face, and essentially, well, the bull charger is very different to what they are, but ox head has the head of an ox, horse face has the face of a horse, and they're the first beings a dead soul encounters upon entering the underworld. But I believe what's important is that they appear in the classical Chinese novel Journey to the West, as they are sent to capture Sun Wukong, but he overpowers them and scares them away, and then breaks into the underworld and crosses out the names of himself and his primate followers from the record of living souls, therefore granting immortality to himself and his followers.
Waka.
And in Japanese mythology, Oxhead and Horseface are known respectively as Gozu and Mezu.
Ah, okay. I remember the name Gozu from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, because obviously based in Journey to the West, and so that's definitely going to occur. But yes, we're going to find out a bit more about Waka here, because he has been talking about Path to the Heavens, and being fascinated by the darkness and everything that's been going on.
Ah, okay, so maybe he's searching for the Ark?
Indeed, he is.
There we go.
And obviously we know that there's something incredibly fishy going on with Waka, because he's the only captain that the Tau Troopers have ever known.
Yeah.
Which would mean that he's ridiculously old. So there's a lot of suspicious stuff going on with Monsieur Waka.
So now you got me paranoid, because I'm gonna, be over-examining everything that I see, just to try and beat you at your own game.
So yes, Yoshpet means consuming forest in the Oina's culture, and effectively it's a place that you, at least to begin with, need a guide to get through. So Kai is going to lead us through Yoshpet.
It's the Lost Woods, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, what did you think I was going to say there?
You see, this is why I told you I knew exactly what you were going to say as soon as we got here, because, yes, this is basically the Lost Woods.
What the fuck else did you expect me to think it was? That's like one of the biggest tropes in gaming.
You see, this is why I told you that I knew what you'd say.
Low-hanging fruit, if you ask me, but whatever, I'll let you have it. Oh man, we got ow. We got a bit of an ow. We got a bit of an ow. We got a bit of an assault course. Third time's the charm, eh, Rich?
Yeah. perspective, let's blame it on that.
Well, I think it was 4 times lucky, but what are you gonna do? I do have to wonder why the camera is so far pulled out.
Yeah, it's weird. So basically, we have to race through Yoshpet, because if we stay in the forest longer than the time limit provides us, then we will lose health and get chucked... Well, we'll get chucked out and lose a bit of health, I believe.
Right.
Because it will consume us, effectively. So you cannot mess around during this. And you're going to be slipping and sliding over all sorts of things because there's ice everywhere. You've got the awful trees. And while you could take the time to bloom them, there is no point.
Not really, just keep moving forward.
Exactly, because at this point, you've already probably got most of the praise that you're ever going to want in the game, and there is still a bunch of side quests left that will allow you to get that final collection of praise to sort everything out.
Right.
The one thing I will say is that at the end of... Well, wherever there's a fork, there is an arrow that will point you in the direction that you need to go. But there is always going to be a chest of some description down the other fork.
I get you, mate, I get you.
So, what you're going to want to do is get through these areas as quickly as possible to allow yourself to have enough time to go up those other paths to then be able to continue. So, it is like the Lost Woods, but it is also not like the Lost Woods because ultimately you can only sort of go one way.
The closest, like, Lost Woods I can think of in the Zelda franchise is the one from A Link Between Worlds, if only because that has a sort of mini-game at the end.
Oh, yes.
I don't recall it being timed at all, but the other Lost Woods, you just have to go the right direction. I know one. The one from Majora's Mask where you have to follow the monkey at first.
Yes! Wait. Isn't that in Twilight Princess?
No, it's in both, actually.
Oh, yes it is, isn't it?
Fucking hacks, reusing the same things over and over and over.
It's been a long time since I've played Majora's Mask now, and I've played the 3D version, so it's obviously not that long ago, but it... Bloody hell.
Yeah?
It's still been a few years.
Don't fall into the Turkish delight. Not only will it stain your fur, it tastes fucking awful.
Oh god, I know. It's the one thing, like, whenever the Chronicles of Narnia was, like, because I'm pretty sure I read it, but I've not got too big a memory, but whenever I dealt with the Chronicles of Narnia in some form, always confused me that Edmund really liked Turkish delight, because it's just like, what is this weird thing that I've never heard of and never actually want to eat, because it sounds awful.
That was pretty nasty, by the way, but also pretty boss, the way you got yourself out of it.
Well, to be fair, that's the only way that you're going to get out of there in any quick time. You will get out of it eventually, but that is the only way to force an exit from the icicles.
Game thought it was being slick with this extra path. Good job we've got extra time, haha.
Indeed. I mean, I'm pretty sure that for the most part, bar perhaps the last fork, it's just treasures. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you are going to want to just explore because it's 3 yen at the end of the day, and we do still have, I believe it's 2 weapons left to purchase. One of which is the level 4 glaive.
Ooh, nice.
Which really is not going to get any use whatsoever.
Oh, poor thing.
I know, bless it. And the other is the level 5 rosary, which is the most powerful weapon in the game.
Oh my god, and he said it looked very similar to the thingamabob you're using now.
It does look relatively similar, it's just, my only problem with its design is that it's perhaps a little bit too simple.
Okay.
Because what the rosaries have effectively been doing is they've been going up and up and up in terms of complexity. Mm-hmm. So we had the first rosary, which was just sort of a small string of beads. And then you got up to the next phase, and it had a bit more of a complex design.
Yeah.
Got up to the next phase, and they were bigger and bulkier, and had a lot more going on, I believe. And then you got these ones, which there's just loads more of them.
Yeah, all over the place.
Exactly. Whereas the level 5 rosaries kind of pull it back.
Man,
a
you
little
are
bit too much, I feel.
You are not good at dodging those. I'm sorry.
Well, to be fair, it's sometimes slightly difficult to see where they're coming. I mean, obviously you've got the big icicles and the big shadow to tell you where it's going to drop, but sometimes you're running just as the shadow appears.
Right, that's fair. That's fair.
And then it lands on you, and you're just like, for God's sake. Other times, no, I am running exactly into the pathway of a thing, even when I should know better.
Oh, you're not tricking me this time.
There is a further bit of Yoshpet called Inner Yoshpet, and we will be going through that, but not for a couple of parts' time.
Okay.
And that is definitely more complicated than this bit of Yoshpet, if only because you do not have Kai to guide you.
Ah, okay.
So, I think Isi might tell you the way, or not. Honestly can't remember, but we'll see when we get there.
Actually, I wasn't expecting this, like, minigame of sorts to be so assault coursey.
I know! It's what makes it quite fun, and then also we get to this lovely little patch
Yeah.
in the centre, which is just lovely and clear and green.
Very aesthetic. Hashtag aesthetic. I'm sorry, after this session I won't be doing that. I'm sorry.
No, because I will be going on to the aesthetically pleasing tangents.
Oh, okay, well at least you do them eloquently. You know, I'm just memeing it up over you.
Tis true.
Yeah, just the image of, like, a patch of greenery in the centre of a dark and snow-covered forest is really iconic.
Oh, definitely, and there's quite a few animals to feed around here. So, you've got deers, you've got boars, you've pretty much got most types of animals. I'd like to think there's some rabbits around here somewhere. Largely just because I want to say, oh look, they managed to shoehorn a Bambi reference into this game.
Oh yeah!
Oh look, there they are! Hey, Bambi and Thumper. Hey.
I don't recall balls in Bambi, though.
Neither do I, they're not there, but we could just say it's just trying to do a little bit more of a Disney reference because Pumbaa.
Yeah, Pumbaa, yeah.
Although I know Pumbaa's a warthog and not a bull, but still. But anyway, look at this. Look at all those 100%s.
Oh.
And then you've got 94% on the dogs, and it's just like, oh my god.
That dog looks smug as fuck because of that fact.
I know. But it's fine, because we haven't met that dog yet.
Ah, okay.
But, I will say, it is the only missable animal in the game, that dog.
Holy shit. Whoa, what? Oh, the hammer.
Yes, the lucky mallet has come back to help us out.
Nice.
Because we need to be super small to enter Pongtan.
Ooh.
And so it has come to help us enter. So, hell yes, we're going in.
Let's do it. Probably why I couldn't find, shrunk herself down and went inside a tree stump, as you do.
Obviously, yes, that's totally what's happened.
Alright guys, I guess you'll have to wait until next time to see Small Adventures Mark II, so come back then. Bye bye.